Today is not merely another signing ceremony. It's the reaffirmation of a journey that continues to gather strength, credibility, and purpose.
Hate it when my doubts and my fears swell up like the ocean. It feels like I could drown in my tears. Everything's overflowing. Scared that I won't get it right, get it right. My nerves are working overtime, overtime. Tell myself to calm down and breathe.
At Veritasi Homes, we have never measured success by our number of projects we build alone. We measure it by the confidence we inspire, the partnership we sustain, and the legacy we have created, and we are still creating. And every landmark transaction adds another chapter to that legacy. And today we write a very significant one at that. Thank you so much for this, and thank you. God bless you. Financing our growth and our expansion and immaculate execution with a non-conventional financing route. What it means is inclusion. Pathway started 2023, but the first money raised for us was 2022, meaning it started raising money for us even before it started the company. Right. So I'll tell you a quick story. One night, after myself and one of my friends, we used to have just chased into the night. I told him how I want to really be great in real estate, how I want to do stuff, commercial, real estate, hotels, malls and stuff. Then he said, if you're going to do all of this, it's not bank money that you will use to do all of these things. Like, we have to be raising money. We have to, bring money from abroad, structure the company, corporate governance, do all of these great things. And I said, so what do we do now? And I said, okay, we'll go to different financial advisors, to try to help us. And I remember that night when we went to, I will not mention the company's name. It was 1 a.m. at night. It was in Ikoyi, so we went there. And then, myself and the person were talking. I was selling my dreams. We wanted to do normal resi real estate, but now that we're very good, I think that we can be great at it. Certain stories, they asked me a question. And then the man was already sold, right? But the deputy, the DMD of the organization was also there. So he then said that he does not think that any real estate company can go into the market and raise any money. He doesn't think that institutional investors will give real estate money. He painted it really badly, right? I went home that night thinking, okay, since people with financial knowledge, they've spoken now, let's just stick to our buying and selling of property and rinsing and repeating. I met him. I remember it was in the George. And then quickly, he believed in the story. He was in the company then. And then, and then we started I think we met first of all in 2021, and then started the journey, put the corporate governance together, put everything, change our auditors, you just put all of the, that took maybe first 4 or 5 months, right? Which the reason why I'm saying this story is the painful journey that a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to go through. If you go through it, the market will reward you, and this is the way the market is rewarding us, right? So he did that, and then we went to the market, and this was when, you go to the market to try to raise maybe 3 billion, though our first issue was oversubscribed, but after then, it was a struggle because there was not a lot of liquidity in the market, right? But after then, and then it's very right when it says right now that people will call to say, Nola, when are you people going to the market? We have money that we want to give. Nola, can I take you to the market? This one, I want to work on your transaction. I want to work. If you didn't believe in us, then a lot of people would not be chasing us. So please, a big round of applause for Pathway. I usually always say that one thing about real estate is if only one person cannot tell the story of an industry, right? The industry has got a bit of bad, it's just getting cleaned up right now because some people messed it up, right? I want all of us to do great things. I want all of us to redefine the story of real estate. And then I'm probably one of the few people that will take people will say competitors. I don't see as competitors, to be honest. My people to say, what, I want a company structured. I want it to raise money. I want it to be doing very good as well. So Pathway is your best bet. And also we're trying to create shared value by listing the company on the exchange, so people can buy shares and earn dividends and be happy. And then it then becomes our company, not Nola and Toby's company, right? So, and that's what we're trying to do at Veritasi again. We're going to do commercial real estate. We're going to own hotels, malls. We're going to do greater things because we see that it can be done. And then I was saying to some of my friends 3 days ago that how great countries are formed when good people or great people are doing great things at the same time. You know, a lot of great people doing great things at the same time, like in America where there's Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Sam Altman, and then I'm just imagining having like 1,000 Alicos, right, industrializing at the same time, not in different generations. This is how great countries are formed, and you know, we're on the path to do that. This is the reason why we're doing all of the things that we're doing.
Step out of the shadows, into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on the wire. Live in the moment, turn it louder. This is what you're made for. You just gotta be fearless.
To close this historic morning, I invite MD CEO of Pathway Advisors Limited to share a few words.
So we started with Veritasi long time ago, 2022. They said that Veritasi cannot do anything in the market. We believe that Nola is here. He spoke to about 3 or 4 advisors. Oh, no, we can't do anything. You can't come to the market. You can't do this. But now they are running after him. So a company that they could not advise then. Now that we have advised, they've raised money. They are well known in the market. The company has grown. They were running after him. It is only when companies grow that is when people will rush. When you are successful, that's when people will be rushing after you. So thanks to Veritasi Homes and Properties PLC for being loyal, despite people knocking on your doors, right? So happy birthday to me. Veritasi has been in the market since 2022. They've done interest-based commercial paper, right? Which we started. I think then we wanted to raise 2 billion. We raised over 5.6 billion. Veritasi has shown capacity. They've shown commitment. They've shown character. They've never defaulted on any of the series, and all those series they pay even ahead of maturity. So there are a lot of investors that are clamoring to invest in Veritasi.
Yes, congratulations once again to Veritasi and to the Pathway team. We at Dito Commercial Solicitors are family. I don't think that there's been any major milestone that Veritasi has achieved since we came on board that we've not been a part of. And I would personally say we are proud of the growth. We are proud of, I actually brag with Veritasi when I'm talking to other clients as to what can be done in real estate, what has been done. And it's to the credit really goes to the brilliance of the team at Veritasi and also the team at Pathway and how far they've come. But we're proud and we hope to do greater things in the future. Congratulations.
And the Executive Director, Shari'ah, I want to say a big congratulations to you. We wish you all the best as a partner with you going forward on this. Thank you.
We were part of the journey from the beginning as well. We're part of the 2022 issuance. And we look forward to remaining part of the Veritasi story. Congratulations. And I'm usually happy when I see a non-inclusive posture for financing or investment in Nigeria. So having a non-interest CP is a commendable one. Well done to every one of us. Congratulations.
Yeah. We are happy to work on this particular issuance, and we congratulate the Veritasi Home team and also Pathway team. As one of the most important things that we do, we try as much as possible to expand the non-interest space, because we believe this is a space that is still virgin, and it's allow businesses to grow through ethical funding. So we are thankful for you bringing us on this deal, and we pray we continue to work with you on different transactions. Thank you.
They say great people always stick together. So clearly, if you see the trajectory which Veritasi and Pathway have gone, is quite inspirational, and it also goes to show how loyal, and credible the brand is. Because some people, along the way we'll decide to move with other people. But it just shows the kind of commitment and the kind of loyalty, the owner, the promoter of the brand has. So well done.
We as a law firm were really happy to be here. We're happy to have been the advisors on this transaction, and it's a first of many. Veritasi is always doing groundbreaking. It was the first to go to the market on a real estate bond. It's also now the first to do a non-interest commercial paper, and we're hoping that more to come, and we'll also be here to partner. Digital has been with Veritasi for a while, and we hope to continue to provide legal advisory services to them. Thank you.
I like the inclusive approach, right? So coming out with a CP, which is not too typical in the real estate, right? But of course, because of the company's track record, there's a measure of confidence. And then having it as a non-interest CP, it makes it inclusive. So, and then there's something about Shari'ah-compliant transactions that I have seen. There's that boost, there's that confidence that is reposed to issuers, like, okay, so there's accountability, there's transparency, so there's a measure of inclusiveness, and I mean, it makes everyone happy, so I'm excited.
Raising 50 billion today, it's very joyous, because we've been there when they raised 10 billion, when they raised 20 billion, today 50 billion, and raising non-interest commercial paper today, it's very, very vital to the real estate sector in the country. And I would applaud other real estate companies to also go into the market, make sure they have proper corporate governance, they have proper board structured, and the sky will be the beginning to the entire real estate company. I look forward to progress. I look forward to development in the real estate sector.
If there's anything I want to say, is to touch on the part of greatness collectively multiple times within the same time. And we see people that do business within the same industry as complements to what we do. So if we're going to take this to the next step, it's about us making sure that the industry is a lot more healthy, and that means other companies like us to need to be prosperous, need to execute boldly like we're doing right now. I would not talk about execution without thanking the employees, without thanking the board of Veritasi Homes, without thanking the leadership of Mr. Olon Okoya, Mr. Isaac Orulogagbe, and every other board member that sits on the board of Veritasi Homes. Every other stakeholders, the clients that have trusted us one way or the other, that have invested in us, all the people that have retail and institutional investors that have put money into our commercial papers, our bonds, one way or the other, walked us into the room, just to make sure that we're able to do things differently. I say a big thank you. And lastly, to everybody in the room right now, that has shown up to be a part of this, we say a very big thank you. We want to assure you that the execution of this program, what the money is for and how we intend to do it, would create another trail that everybody's going to be a part of, which is success. Thank you very much once again. Yeah.
Shadows into the fire. Don't be afraid to go out on a wire. Live in the moment, turn it up louder. This is what you're made for.
This is exciting, but there are more exciting things to come, and they're coming in the nearest possible future. So thank you so much.
And my fears swell up like the